So, Furiosa, it's almost here. Now it's time to look back at the fourth installment in the Mad Max franchise, Fury Road. So let's get to it. So Mad Max Fury Road is the newest movie that isn't called Furiosa in the Mad Max franchise. Now, Fury Road. There's a lot of debate about this. Is this a sequel? Is this a reboot? What is Mad Max Fury Road? To me, I feel like it's a bit of both. Because you can see the elements of a reboot in this movie, but you can also see elements of it being a complete sequel to the first three. Now, obviously, Mel Gibson is not in this movie as Max. Tom Hardy is now Mad Max in this movie. And now we have Furiosa, a new character who's getting her spin-off movie, come into this movie as well and play that supporting role. And this movie, Fury Road, it's very different from the previous three. And I really like what they did with Fury Road. I really do. Now, firstly, let's just get this out of the way, hey? Fury Road is the best looking Mad Max film so far. I haven't seen Furiosa yet, so I can't comment on how good looking that movie is. But this movie, Fury Road, is clearly the better looking. And you can tell, when you go back and watch the three originals, and then you come to Fury Road, you can see the difference in the technology that we have now. What they're able to do with the big, climactic, explosive car chase sequences. Because this whole entire movie is very, very different to what we saw in the other ones. This is basically, it starts straight away. There's no build up, no nothing. It's like, yo, okay, Max is being captured. Now we are going to the Citadel. Furiosa's leaving the Citadel with the big tanker to go get fuel. And then everything takes place on the road. That's what it is. It's all about this big 2-hour long movie of this huge, gigantic smash action fest of cars blowing up. And their shots in here are incredible. The storm. Oh my word, when you get that big pan shot, when they zoom out and you got your pans out long and you see that storm, oh my word, it looks incredible. Oh, it looks incredible. And then you go into the storm and the tornadoes, bro, look so freaking sick with the purple and the red. And when the car explodes inside, it is gorgeous, man. This film, it just showcases you the difference in the technology, what we're able to do in film now compared to back then in the 70s and 80s. Because you look at Thunderdome, you look at Road Warrior, you look at Mad Max, and you look how they're all shot and everything like that, and you watch Fury Road, it's night and day difference. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean Fury Road's better. I still think Road Warrior is the best Mad Max film. I really like the story in that. I really like Road Warrior. A close second is Fury Road. And look, Tom Hardy coming in to play Mad Max after Mel Gibson. Obviously, if you get Mel Gibson, he's going to be a lot older Max. But so I was happy with Tom Hardy coming in. I love Tom Hardy. I think he's a great actor. And he plays Max brilliantly in this movie. And I really like the relationship he develops with Furiosa. And I feel like what they did really well is they carried on that legacy of Mad Max from the first three films, where he's not a bad person. He obviously has gone through a lot of stuff that makes him feel like, do I trust people? Do I not trust people? What's going on here? I'm very cautious. But then once he figures out, like, okay, these are people who are trying to get away from these people, I need to help them, he always helps. And we see Mad Max in a badass mode here. There is one scene where he goes off into the night when these people are chasing him, and he just comes back. And they're like, oh man, are you hurt? You got blood on you. And Furiosa just goes, that ain't his blood. And it just shows you that who Max is and what he's capable of. And Tom Hardy is just brilliant. And he just plays the role perfectly. So I really want to see more of him as Mad Max. Whether or not we're going to get another Mad Max film, I don't know. Obviously, we got Furiosa coming. But Max isn't going to be in that movie because there's no point. Because it's a whole thing about Furiosa, who's a great character. And we're going to get to her here. But I don't know if we're going to get more of Tom Hardy as Max. I hope we do, because I like him as Mad Max and I think it's great. So then we go to Furiosa, who's played by Charlize Theron, who is incredible as Furiosa. Now we got Anya Taylor Joy playing her, a younger version. That's going to be interesting. I can't wait for that. But the Furiosa character here is really, really good. And I'm so glad we are getting actually a full backstory movie on her, because there's hints to her backstory in here. And we see her as this character in this movie as the shining light to the Citadel, the one that is willing to risk it all to save these other women who the main villain has got captured and creating babies for, trying to get them away and get them to the safe zone where she's from, which is what's going to be entailed in the Furiosa movie. So I feel like Furiosa is going to make her character even better in Fury Road, because we're just going to have that extra backstory that's going to really elevate the character even more. But she's a badass in here, man. There's so many badass moments with Furiosa, and that's why I'm super excited for the movie, because she is just a bundle of joy in this movie. Really, really good. Then you got Nicholas Hoult here as well, and he has his own little character with his character, that he starts off as this person who believes in the villain and the vision that he has come, the vision that he has told everyone, I'm the savior, I'm the one that's bringing you all to Valhalla, you know, and then he goes on and realizes that's not true. It's not. That's not what's going to happen. And he starts to have a change of heart and help everyone else out. So I really like Nicholas Hoult here. He played that character really well. And it's kind of weird. Like, when you actually think about who's in this movie, you got Zoe Kravitz in there as well. And I'm kind of like, I totally forgot she was in this movie. So she was great as well. The villain, well, obviously we're going to get more of the villain's backstory as well in Furiosa, which is going to elevate that character. But man, the design of that character, whew, the whole design, the whole costume of the world of Mad Max in Fury Road is incredible, man. And like when he's putting on that plastic sort of see-through armor thing, I mean, you see the skin in that, it's gross. And that's what this movie does really well. It showcases you how gross and how grotesque everyone is becoming because of the fallout of the world ending and what they're all going through. And just see how one person in the Citadel there, the villain, controls everything, because he controls the water. And he controls what everyone else does, because no one can survive without water. So you have to do everything he says. And you just see he's got all these women pumping milk. Like, there was Mad Max, which was a contained story. Then there was Road Warrior, which expanded it. You know, got a little bit crazy in that. Really good. Then you got to Beyond Thunderdome, where it started to take that extreme wackiness, you know, to the next level. Fury Road goes, what can we do and make it just insane at this point? Showcase everyone how insane everyone is in the Mad Max world. Well, they succeeded, because everyone here is so messed up. Bro, they have silver paint, chrome paint. And before they die, they spray it across their mouth. As if like, I'm now going to Valhalla. And they just die. They just commit suicide bombing right there to blow up vehicles and all sorts of stuff. I'm sitting there like, bro, they've somehow turned up the notch to insanity right now. And I love it. I just absolutely love it. That's what I love about the Mad Max franchise. It's how insane it can get and how grotesque it can get, but yet be so entertaining at the same time. And then that leads into the action, man. This is non-stop action. It's just a complete car chase of people just getting blown to bits. And you can see. So when you go back and watch the other car chases, you know, we see the cuts and everything, the editing and all that with the previous three. You come to this one. Now that we got all this technology, we're seeing people get freaking run over. We're seeing people get explode. We're seeing people get bounced off the road. We're seeing cars explode. It's glorious. The action in Fury Road is glorious. I absolutely love it. And 2 hours of it, sign me up. And it is a whirlwind of a ride, because you're like, what is going to happen? And then the big reveal that happens is like, okay, so Furiosa's like stealing the wives to get them free. One of them's pregnant. And when she falls off and she gets run over and the baby's dead and it pisses him off, I'm like, bro, But man, there is one scene that I was just like, I remember seeing it for the first time. Was not prepared for it. When Furiosa gets onto the villain's car, and so he wears this mask, which looks freaking sick with his teeth and stuff like that. So he's got this mask. She hooks onto it and then hooks her arm, which we're going to see how she loses it in the movie. And it rips. It rips his freaking jaw. Bro, it was excellent. It's just everything you want. I'm sitting there like, first time I'm watching it for the first time ever, I was like, damn, I was not expecting that. And then you go back and rewatch it and you're like, oh, it's just so cool, man. It's like, that is what Mad Max is about. That's what this whole franchise is about. It's about these glorious action moments. People getting their jaws ripped off. People getting run over. Explosions. That's what we love. Now, the story of Fury Road, it's about her just getting them out to salvation. And then obviously the ending is them coming back where Max goes, look, there ain't anything beyond here. There's nothing. You can go 160 days drive that way. You ain't going to find anything. We know that there's a green place here. We know that there's fresh water here. The only way back is back the way we came. Now we need to figure out a way to trap them all and all that. And this is where you get that huge chase. This is where Nicholas Holt's character sacrifices himself to keep everyone there. It's really, really great. And then obviously they get back. They let the water out. And now Max then leaves. And Furiosa looks at him and is like, yeah, you know, Max can't stay in one place. He's the road warrior. He's got to be out there saving people, helping people. That's what Mad Max is about. But look, Fury Road, I love it. I really do. And to me, it is the second. I still, whether it's nostalgia, whether it's not, I don't know. I still think Road Warrior is the better film. Mad Max obviously is the best looking film and has like technology is superior to Road Warrior. But I just think Road Warrior's story, characters and that are a bit better than this one. Obviously, Furiosa, the movie coming in, could change a few things once I see that. That could bump Fury Road up because I'll have more context to the characters' backstories, which I'm excited for. But overall, I enjoy Fury Road quite a lot. It's one of those movies you can whack on and just have a ball with. 2 hours, non-stop action, bonkers fun. Brilliant. So let me know what you guys think of Fury Road. Do you guys love it? Maybe you didn't. Smash it down in the comment section below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.